What's going on, guys? Kulprit here, and just as my video speculating that the ARX-160 would be the next assault rifle in the Naval Strike DLC, we get a leak from over on PlayStation 4 showing us just what all those weapons are going to be and the assignments to unlock them. Thanks to a buddy of mine, Phil25, who was able to get on there, get some footage of the menu system here that I was able to get screen grabs from. We're able to take a look, talk about it a little bit, and show you exactly what weapons are coming and how you're going to unlock them. So to get right into it, let's take a lock at the AR-160. This is the weapon I told you would probably be the assault rifle, the ARX-160. They always switch it up a little bit, probably for licensing issues or something like that. Quick look at this. Looks like a pretty standard assault rifle. 700 rounds per minute, 30 rounds in the magazine, plus 1 in the chamber. The NATO rounds, obviously. The accuracy and hip fire. As I compared this over to Battlelog, which you guys know is really misleading, and their whole the bar system is terrible, frankly. So until we get Simtic, we're really not going to be able to analyze it too much. But just for discussion purposes, the accuracy and hip fire kind of seems similar to the M416. The damage model is going to be the same, I would imagine, using the NATO rounds and things like that. I would assume it's going to be just the same as every other assault rifle in that category. The unique part here is the range. You see the range buffs, and this image is compared to the F2000, but you can see it goes to about a 50 rating on range. The only thing even close to that as far as in the is DMRs, actually, which is quite interesting. That no other assault rifle, even like the SR21, doesn't have a high range rating like that. So that was quite interesting to me. It seems like this is going to be more of a rifle than a machine gun, if you understand what I'm saying. Definitely going to be interesting, especially considering, if you note here, they do not have the semi-automatic fire mode. It's either single round or full auto. So that's kind of interesting that this thing is going to be probably flavored more towards medium plus ranges, which I'm excited to actually try that. Seems like we have a lot of close quarter type weapons, so this one to balance that out is going to be kind of interesting. Lower rate of fire, but that's not that big a deal if it is for medium ranges. Actually, it probably suits it much better. So there you go. Think of this one as a medium plus range weapon. I would say that would be my impression just looking at these limited criteria we have here. As for the assignment to unlock the AR-160, it's called Spare Time Sniper. There you go. See, it kind of goes hand in hand with that DMR thing I told you about. You have to be ranked 10. Obviously, all of you pretty much should be by now. Naval Strike DLC. You have to get 3 assault rifle ribbons and get 20 headshots with an assault rifle. Very easy assignment. You can probably unlock this in 1 round of just normal play. If not 2, it should be pretty easy. I'm really happy to see you're not going to have those head banging against the desk assignments this time around. Now, moving along to the support kit, we're going to have the AWS LMG. Some people are speculating this is based off the Ares LMG platform. Jumping out of me right here, you see it's got 800 rounds per minute, 100 magazine size, and using the NATO round again. What stands out to me is all these stats. This looks like it very well could be a competitor to the M249 and the MG4. It actually has a higher accuracy, higher hip fire when compared to the M249 and MG4. I know this is compared to the Type 88 here, but as I look at the Type 88 on Battlelog, compare the Type 88 to the MG4 and the 249, and you see this one's better than the Type 88, which is the same as those two. You can see here the damage is all the same except for the PKP and the M249 Bravo and the M60, but it is very comparable to the 249 and the MG4. It looks like it's going to have some better statistics than that. The one difference is the MG4 and the M249 have the 200 round magazine, where this one's going to have 100 rounds. It's really probably going to come down to that reload time, which is something I'm going to be eager to take a look at. All right, and taking a look at the assignment to unlock the AWS LMG. Obviously, again, you have to be ranked 10. You have to be own in Naval Strike. You have to get 3 LMG ribbons, simple enough, and destroy 3 vehicles as support. It's interesting that they add in as support there, because there was the other assignment we had previously that was just destroy 10 vehicles. You could use it with any kit. I think it was probably intended to be as support. But once again, pretty simple assignment. You should be able to get this in 1, 2, maybe 3 normal rounds of play. All right, now moving over to the PDW class, we're going to take a look at the SR2. Again, this is the PDW. This is not a carbine. Basically, this has a 900 rate of fire, 30 magazine, plus 1 in the chamber, obviously. Just jumping out at the stats, it looks like it has pretty decent damage for a PDW. It loses range here, obviously, but that's compared to the ACE-52. Stability is kind of high, really good hip fire. Seems like this one's going to have some pretty decent damage compared to a PDW and be really good at hip fire. The rate of fire is good, kind of nothing spectacular for that class. This looks like it's clearly a run and gun weapon, when you're going to want to get up and close and personal and shoot people up. Now, taking a look at the assignment you need to complete to unlock the SR2, again, you need to be ranked 10, and you need to own Naval Strike DLC, and you need to destroy 20 boats. This is kind of cool. They're basically telling you that this is the boat operator weapon, the PDW, that they can carry on their person while they're operating boats. I think that's pretty cool. Seems to fit in there. It just kind of gives you this, boat naval theme going with it. Seems pretty simple. This is probably going to take you a little while. Clearly, a lot longer than the other one so far, but still pretty easy to do, and ones that fall in line with playing the objective and playing the game modes, thank goodness. Okay, now taking a look over at the Recon class, this is the SR338. It is technically a sniper rifle. Looking at some of the stats, seems to me that this is going to have a little bit less damage. You see it's compared here to the M40A5. A little bit less damage, a little bit less accuracy, a little more range stability, whatever the heck that means. They don't really tell us on battle log, but you can kind of get your own impression. Seems to me like this weapon will fall a little bit more towards the DMR side of the spectrum on assault rifles than it will, you know, the one-hit kill type thing. A little bit more mobility, like I said, a little bit likened to a DMR. I want to say here, guys, I am not a sniper. It's hard for me to give you any insight on this, so take whatever I say about this weapon with a grain of salt, please. Alright, and taking a look at the assignment you need to complete to unlock the SR338. Once again, need to be rank 10, you need to own Naval Strike, you need to get 3 sniper rifle ribbons, and get 5 kills with C4 on Naval Strike maps. This is probably pretty simple. You can really, I would think you get this easily in 1 round, maybe 2. The 5 kills with C4, that's 1 boat on a Naval Strike map, pretty much. You know, that's pretty simple. Again, I like how these assignments are falling in line with normal play. Alright, now looking over at the sidearm category, the secondary weapon, this is the SW40, looks very much like a 357 revolver. Looking at the kind of the bars here, it's definitely going to be in the Magnum and Rex vein. Looks like it's going to have the damage of about a Rex, not quite the Magnum. Actually, all the stats kind of compare comparably to the Rex. It's going to remain to be seen if this is going to have that delay that those two handguns have. I haven't really kept up on this that much. I don't, you know, really use those weapons very often. I don't know if they've said that the delay is, you know, kind of a bug or it's working as intended. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. And taking a look at the assignment you need to complete to unlock the SW40. Once again, you got to be ranked 10. You have to own Naval Strike, and you have to get 10 kills with the impact grenade. This one's a little interesting. This one's kind of a curveball, and I guess that's why they call it the curveball. This one might take you a little while. This is probably my least favorite assignment. To me, it just, you know, pushes someone to go out there and grenade spam, but at least it's not something too crazy. Maybe it'll get some people to stop using the darn minis so much. I don't know, but there you go. That should take you a little while, depending. I mean, I guess you could go Operation Locker 64 man and probably get this in about 2 minutes. I don't know, but there you go. To unlock this weapon, you need to fulfill this assignment. So that about wraps it up to the 5 weapons we know we're getting. We're not going to be getting a weapon in the carbine class. I kind of understand that because the carbines and the ARs kind of overlap so much. Just wanted to show this to you here. This is the M323GL. This is the grenade launcher that fires 3 grenades at the same time. Don't know why we need this. Apparently it has less damage than the high explosive grenade, but you know what? They say that about a lot of things. The minis were supposed to have less explosive damage. We know they didn't, and they don't. The radius is pretty much the same. The damage is basically the same. This, to me, just is opening a can of worms of problems. We don't need more of this stuff in the game right now. Stop it. Stop with this. We don't need any more explosives, but we're going to get it nonetheless. I wasn't able to dig up the assignment for it. Hopefully it's some crazy assignment that it's going to take you 2 months to complete. I don't know, but we know it's not going to be. I just don't see the need for this, and this is kind of the one thing that just sticks out to me of why. So there's a quick little look at all the weapons we're going to be getting with the Naval Strike DLC and the assignments you need to complete to unlock them. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it kind of filled these things in for you guys. If you guys have any opinions on it, please post down in the comments. Let me know which one are you looking the most forward to. For me, it was the ARX 160. Obviously, you guys know I'm an assault guy, but I'm really actually looking forward to the LMG, the AWS. I think that could be a real monster. Sure, you could have a smaller magazine, but it looks like it's going to have some pretty good stats to compete with the MG4 and M249, 2 of my favorite LMGs in the game. Let me know what you guys think. Like always, guys, appreciate your support. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it and if this kind of shed some light for you, and I will talk to you soon, guys. Take care.